Hello, I'm Bea Valenzuela, and I'll be talking about keystone species. Let's start with the definition. A keystone species is a species in which other species in an ecosystem largely depend, such that if it were removed, the ecosystem would change drastically. If you think of a stone archway, there is a wedge-shaped stone in the middle that keeps all the other stones in place. This important stone is called the keystone, which is vital to the structural integrity of the rest of the arch. If removed, stability is lost. In much the same way are keystone species vital to their ecosystem. If removed, no other animal could fill its ecological niche, forcing the ecosystem to radically change. This radical change is known as a trophic cascade. An example commonly noted is the removal of the gray wolf in Yellowstone Park. When removed, their primary source of food, the elk, has a huge growth in population. This growth means more grazing by the elk and eventually overgrazing as their numbers surpass the carrying capacity of the Yellowstone ecosystem. This overgrazing leads to a decrease in the number of other species, namely beavers, songbirds, and bison, as they compete for food sources. This overgrazing also leads to soil degradation around stream banks due to erosion from the lack of vegetation keeping the soil together, impacting the aquatic ecosystems as well. Another example is the southern sea otter that can be found along the coastline of California. Their main prey is the sea urchin, and with a dramatic decrease in their population due to hunting in the 19th century, the sea urchins take over. The sea urchin's extreme grazing of the kelp mowed down the hundreds of feet that existed, leaving the coast susceptible to storm surges and subsequent coastal erosion. The impact these keystone species have disproportionately to their size or number is what makes them so important to the ecosystems they inhabit. And this important is why biologists and other environmental scientists are keen on identifying and protecting these and many other keystone species.